Look at all these fucking bugs. If you guys could see my windshield right now, before I left, I cleaned the shit out of this, and it is full of bugs. How's it going, guys? This is Ghost Ryder. I'm going to talk to you guys about the customizations I've done with this bike. I have a 2015 Harley Davidson Sportster 1200 XL. When I first got it, it was pretty much a first bike for me. I needed something small with a strong engine, heavy engine. So a bunch of my friends was searching for me, and they found this for me. The nose knew, so they know I need to learn, so they found me my bike. When I first got it, everything was practically stock. Stock exhaust. It came with a windshield. It has the saddlebags. So first thing I did was I rode it for maybe a month. Then after a month, I got rid of the windshield. As much as the windshield was great, with wind protection, I didn't like that look that the windshield was giving me. Then after I took the windshield off, I ended up taking the saddlebags off. This is pretty much a month after I started riding it, I could say maybe a week or two after I started riding, you realize how much you really need your stuff. Hey, that was my friend Marvin. He rides a Yamaha Boulevard. Nice bike, really loud. Same thing with him. His bike is he took everything off. He didn't want anything on there, so I pretty much took all his stuff off. Anyway, so I took off the windshield. Then I took out the bags. A month after riding, you realize how much you really need them. You don't really realize how much you really need them until you can't use them anymore. I need all my stuff to be on that saddlebag. So I went ahead and put the saddlebag back, which was back. It was great. I was able to put my shit in there. Taking long rides, I would ride at a gym, and taking my 30-45 minute rides, maybe an hour. And I was always tired when I got to my destination, because fighting that wind, you're sitting here always fighting that wind. You don't realize how much that windshield helps. I went ahead and started looking for a small fairing. I didn't want a windshield because I'm not really a fan of the windshield look for this. So I went and started shopping for a fairing. I found a fairing. It was really small, but it was enough to help out with the wind a little bit. The fairing covered pretty much the headlights and the speedometer. So after that, I wanted to be heard. I ordered some exhaust, stock exhaust. These came with stock exhaust, so I ordered some Cobra racing exhaust. Before I looked for the exhaust, I was shopping around for a certain sound. I wanted a specific sound. So I found these exhausts, Cobra exhaust. I wanted something deep and heavy and bassy. And that's where I got the Cobra exhaust. But because in Southern California, there's laws over for everything, I had to wait an extra, I think 2 weeks just to have them shipped to me. Some California shit, And I have to sign a waiver for, it was only used for racing and, shit like that, which I did it, but I don't care. Next time, what I should have done is had it delivered at my parents' house in Las Vegas. Then after a while, it was great. It was loud, but I wanted it to be loud. I wanted it to be heard. I wanted people to know I was coming. We went to San Diego to our ride. It was great, but same thing. Even though fighting the wind wasn't as hard, I was still fighting the wind. So I wanted to look for something more. I needed something like a little bigger. So I found the cafe bearing, which is what you see here right now. Excuse the bird shit. And I can tell you, it is great. And it actually looks good. I'm really happy with the way these turned out. You can put it on or take it off. It has little clamps that you connect to the frame or to the frame of the handlebars or whatever, and you clamp it on. So, and if you want to take it off, you take it off. But you know what? Because I actually like the way this looks, it's staying on there. And I never thought I would actually like the way a fairing looks on a Sportster. This bike, I got it used from the dealership, from an outside dealership. And the transmission started to slip. Pretty much when I would try to pull the exhaust, excuse me. Now when I would pull the throttle, it would slip, it wouldn't go on gear. So I went to a shop and I told them, hey, every time I try to take off fast, it won't let me. I mean, it'll go, it's rideable, but you just got no power. And the guy told me that it's your clutch, new clutch. So that said, I replaced the clutch. It was just a replacement set of clutch that I installed myself, and which I am very proud of to do. Do something that big, right? Taking it for a test ride and everything runs great. Man, that feels good. And it was running so good. And I got some higher performance ones. I was gonna get some. Might as well upgrade. That's the way I saw it. The front signal lights went out. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's like all the shit keeps going out. Since I was gonna replace it, might as well play with some good ones, right? So I ended up getting LED signal lights in the front, which are great because when you're riding normally, it has a white ring around it, which are very bright, and they almost look like a set of LED lights or another set of headlights. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm telling you, when you guys install it, don't look at it when you turn it on, because that shit was bright, blindingly bright. When someone takes a picture and that flash is just fucking killing you because of how bright it is, that's pretty much how bright it was. It looks a lot better. And this motherfucking truck. So I'm trying to make a left turn, this asshole fucking cuts me off. So that's another shit you guys gotta watch out for stupid assholes like that. I don't know if you guys can see my signal, but there's a fucking truck over there that was pretty much cutting me off like I'm a fucking car. So anyway, I got the LED lights. They're bright, even with those smoke-colored covers. Then after that, I ended up getting some daymakers. My headlight, the original headlight on here, were LEDs, which are great already. One day I was riding and I started flickering, and one side of the headlight went out. Everything was still working good. I was still able to see at nighttime. So I rode it, with it looks like 1 out of 3 that of the bulbs went out on the LEDs. So I just went ahead and got some daymakers. They have a red face and white, LEDs, which are great. I'm pretty happy with it. I have some I have smoked windshield. So instead of me having to switch it at nighttime, even though I never did anyway, I stopped. But even though, me switching out at nighttime, I could actually leave it on and you could still see clear. Then last night, I installed these two. I installed forward controls. It's my first time officially riding them, and they feel good, they're supposed to be great for comfort, and yes, they feel wonderful, you know. Instead of my foot being in a mid, you know, and having to stretch it out every once in a while, which is comfortable because it helps stretch up my leg a little bit. And you know, that's pretty much it that I put on there. I'm pretty much done with this. Maybe I'll do a tank lift. You know, I'm thinking about it. Just all for looks right now. You know, the tank lift. And plus, I heard that when you lift your tank, your gas mileage, your light will turn on sooner because the tank's lifted. But I mean, as long as you know how many miles you can go on your bike, then I think you should be good. I know for my Sportster, I could go at least 125 miles. The light usually turns on at about 95 to 100, and you still have another 25 miles to go. But I never go that far. Pretty much, once it turns on, I get gas. I don't bother risking. I'm not the type of guy that'll like gamble and hope I make it. Fuck that. I'd rather just like get it and be comfortable that you did it, and not feel stupid when you're like on the side of the road with no gas. Anyway, guys, ride safe. This is Ghost Ryder checking out, and I'll see you soon.